Welcome everybody to our group call for the 13th of July. Again, a nice short call ahead of us planned, reviewing the results and a few other little aspects. So let's jump straight into that. Actually, before we do that, I wanted to bring up the signal chart just very briefly. And with the new release of NinjaTrader, they've actually got a new text box in play over there. So I'm just bring up the indicator list and you'll see they've got a new description box over here. So what I've actually done is I've just added description to one of the indicators, and you'll see over here the like the breakout volume. So the cool thing now is you're able to actually look at a description of the indicator, giving you an idea of what the indicator does and how to load it, maybe a few tips and tricks about it. So this is a very cool little feature that's been put in place now. And I'm going to be adding descriptions to all of the indicators over time so that it makes it a lot more, simple and beneficial for people who are, loading up indicators individually and looking at what each one does, and then, giving them a good idea of which ones to combine and how to actually work with it. So this is a very cool example, and I'll just read this one very quickly. So DTB breakout volume indicator, forget footprint, heat map, volume ladders, and volumetric charts. They are so yesterday. So I put my little twist in there. This volume breakout indicator takes volume analysis to another level, combining multiple techniques to identify institutional volume placed in the market, and provides clear entry points as well as support and resistance as price retests or breaks through these levels. A must-have for manual trading or even determining directional bias. So, that is what it says over there, and it's exactly what it's doing. I mean, look at that. There's your breakout volume marker, support for price, institutional levels at the finest, at the best. Okay, so not just a pretty introduction, absolute fact. Okay, and then cool, it says there to apply up to 4 of these indicators per chart for extended volume analysis, templates included. We know the templates are over there. So, the templates are provided with the DTB system, and you can see how the different color combinations are there. And, selectively use time frames. You can choose different time frames displayed in minute values, so selectively using them. Choose unique colors for each instance of the indicator to set them apart. So you've got different colors over here. Apply a maximum of 4 of these indicators per chart for extended. It said that twice. I can remove that. And then it says, what DTB bar size are you using? Set the time frame reset value to 10 times the bar size for consistency. So, okay, what's time frame reset? Oh, there it is there. Time set reset value. There's the value there, 200. So I think it's really going to help guys understand, the indicators a lot better. And it's going to really help with consistency because, obviously a lot of new members or people that are not very familiar with the DTB system, they'll see all these indicators listed. Because remember, we've got a whole tool set of over 60 indicators over here that are all included with the DTB subscription. I mean, it is such a unique package, such a unique tool set that, you're not buying little bits and pieces of tools. You're actually getting a complete set of tools. So, and obviously it's a bit overwhelming for some people. So having this description field will really put a lot of people's minds at ease because they'll be able to, read up a little bit more of each tool, and then they can work out, which ones are best to combine on the charts. So I think this is going to be really, really awesome to be able to, understand the system better. All right, so that was just a quick introduction on that. Okay, so let's go back into our schedule for today. All right, yes, so game plan for last week. We had a really good week last week. Just ending on just over $2,500 profit on the game plan. So that was fantastic. We've got a really powerful game plan ahead of us for the week 2, which is going to absolutely, I believe this next week's going to be very good. The strategies, the templates are fantastic. What I also wanted to cover is member results. Okay, so the cool thing about this is we've obviously got a Discord chat where members are sharing results, and there is good consistency being put in there, especially by Bruce, I see. And consistently putting in results, day after day, detailing different strategies, different results, discretionary trading. And, this really helps with consistency, right? And, I really encourage more members to do something like this. And I know some of you have your own, trading journals where you're documenting your stuff, but it really helps to put it, in the channel like this, because, it's a good way to be able to track your progress and let others be able to track it too. Because, at the end of the day, what you don't track, you can't measure. So, this is a good way of measuring your success using the DTB system. And, I firmly believe, and I've said this so many times, every single individual using the DTB system should be or must be very consistent using it. And the only way you're going to develop consistency and, really decent results with it is tracking your performance, because then you can measure it. So, I think this is a good lesson to take on. And I think it's a very important one too. Just remember, what you don't track, you can't measure. Okay, next slide. We've had a few more results shared there. So again, really positive, beautiful results shared over there. And I've actually also shared personal results this week. So I did some trading, manual trading. I didn't get a lot of time to trade this week manually. Obviously, I'm running the game plan, which is great, but also just some manual trading. So what I've done is I did some manual trading this week. I documented that. And what I have done is I have created 2 additional private Discord chat rooms. So these are, the one is entitled, just one second, just got a quick message I've got to quickly review. Okay, so the document, the Discord chat room has got 2 additional chats now. So as I mentioned on previous videos, I actually, I said I'm going to be releasing videos every week on how to trade the system and how to set it up. So these are going to be combined in these chats now. And obviously only paid DTB subscribers are going to be able to see these chats and review them. So it's a good place for all of these videos to be kept, and then people can go and reference them later. And they're all going to be short videos. So they're not going to be long, detailed videos, just nice and short videos, so that, people can become more and more familiar and, used to the DTB system, which is familiar, right? So these are called signal, sets up signal chart. So this was a cool little video that I created, was just to, how to set up the signal chart, the one that, this chart that we're looking at over here, how to set up this signal chart, if you're changing the bar sizes, what size indicators to use, what templates to use, all different aspects of how to set up this chart properly. Because, as you can see, it delivers incredible results, but some people are trading on different instruments or different bar sizes. So being able to set that up effectively is going to be key to your consistency using it. So that is the one thing we did over there. And coming back to this, the next one is actually trading the signal chart. So I created a video of me specifically trading the signal chart in and around the thought process behind taking signals, around, again, setting it, again, just some, just tips and tricks of using the signal chart, what to look out for, momentum lines. Then there's a few different aspects that are in play over there. Talking about momentum line, I don't see it on this chart. There we go. I had to refresh it for some reason. So, that it's a good video to watch. And again, it's only for members. We don't need to have these videos sent out to the public. But, people who want to be consistent with trading are going to be DTB members. So, it only makes sense to have, these additional channels to really make sure that people who have taken the step to become consistent with their trading are able to, watch these videos so that they can really understand how to use this absolutely incredible system effectively. There's no point in having, an effective system if you don't know how to use it properly. So I think a lot of people have been lacking the experience or the know-how of how to use this system. So that is what we are going to make sure we are going to do. Okay. So from there, we can now look at the game plan for the week ahead. So game plan for week ahead is going to be using our AS1 continuous strategy. So this is a strategy. So as you know, we've got the baseline wick trader continues, which we traded last week. Now the baseline wick trader strategy is really perfectly ideal for, sideways markets. But as soon as we got trending markets, we're going to have, slightly different strategies that are in play for that. And this is where the analytical strategy continuous comes in, because that actually trades, it compounds entries based as the price is increasing or decreasing. So looking at this chart, we'll just bring it up over here. This one over here. I'll just remove this camera. So you'll see over there, it says the 12th of July. That is the latest assembly that we need to be on. So make sure that you're on the latest assembly. And also, there we go. Okay, so we've got the 12th of July and we've got the two strategy links. So once the strategies have been set up, this is a very handy little a screenshot over here of what the chart should look like once you set it up. So you can obviously zoom in on this and you can look at it and you can see, see exactly what is going on there. So you've got your analytical one strategy continuous, analytical strategy one continuous, strategy one continuous, baseline wick trader continuous. So you can see which strategies have been used, which bar sizes are in play, and that is what your charts will look like. But you don't have to go and set these charts up from the beginning, which makes it even simpler, because as soon as you go into your strategy control panel, you've got your workspace, and as soon as you load up the game plan for the trading week ahead, boom, you are already inside the workspace, and everything's been set up already. And I can see that the strategies have already been taking positions for today. Now I normally load up my my strategies on sim accounts first before the call, and then after the call I go and load them up in my live accounts. But look at today so far. We've actually already had a whole lot of strategies, a whole lot of positions taken. So already today, since the session started with our new strategy, we have already made $340 off our template one. Isn't that bloody amazing? Excuse me. So, as I said in my Discord chat, I was super excited about this strategy for the week ahead, and it hasn't even disappointed yet. Look at that. We've already had, since the market opened 6:30, we've already had, over $340 in profit just from our first template. Our second template, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Our second template has already made $582 for the day, and it's just started. Our third template has made $18. Okay, so we had some positions over there, we had some positions over there, and we're currently in position. So that strategy started off with some winning positions. We had some losing positions over here, but now we're over here. So we've already had a fantastic start to the trading day, and we literally only, you know, what's it, 6, 7, 8, an hour and a half into the trading day. So geez, I mean, this is pretty awesome. So, you know, we've got very good strategies running this week. Like if I go to the strategy performance of this one, and I go real time and historical, you will see that, you know, we've got a very decent historical performance for this. And yeah, like I said, already today we're up $400, which is pretty awesome. So I think we're in for a very nice week with our strategies, and you know, I look forward to seeing what they are going to accomplish going ahead. So, you know, please, if you haven't already set up your set strategies, that will suck because you would have missed out on tremendous gains already today. But if you're not set up already, like obviously I haven't made this because it's on sim accounts, so I'm going to be switching over to live accounts as soon as I've finished this call. But yeah, this is what we're expecting this week. We're expecting some really powerful results. And you know, if you've got multiple trading accounts, you can apply one, like you can see I've done here on each sim account. But if you've got multiple different trading accounts with different funded account programs, obviously you can load one per account. And then, you know, you've got, and then you'll see, you know, what that's happening over there. So that's basically what the idea is behind having, you know, multiple charts, multiple strategies, is so that you can have, you know, one trading per account. So we've also got an NQ chart this week. So this obviously this is the one that's trading. So this one over here, if you look at the strategy performance of this one, is you know, this one is showing also incredible results historically, and again has made over 500 today. So hopefully today we can see this one, you know, still do a lot more in that regard, and yeah, hopefully get some good results. But judging from what we've seen so far, it's looking pretty decent. Okay, so that is where I'll leave it for you guys. You know, the DTB subscription is still available. We've got 3 months, you know, for $399. I mean, I don't know why I'm doing it. I don't even know why I'm really coming in at such a good price. But anyway, we've got this incredible system available on a 3-month subscription for $399 for the first 3 months. So anybody who is not using the system, or even some people who have used it in the past, jump back in, get on the very best system available for trading. Otherwise, you know, what's the point, right? You know, if you know, this system is the absolute best that's available. And I'm not just saying for any trading platform, for trading in general. So, you know, we don't mess around with minute bars. We don't mess around with inconsistent tools. We have the very best tools that are constantly being updated. And, you know, I'm very dedicated and passionate about what I do maintaining this system. And, you know, which is why we're having constant updates, you know, almost weekly to the system to make sure that it is the very best that's available and constantly being updated to make sure that it's working effectively. So, you know, jump on board, and, you know, to the existing members, you know, thank you for being here. Thank you for, you know, putting your faith in the DTB system and putting your faith in me for delivering the system. And, you know, I will continually strive to ensure that the very best is delivered, the very best is available for you guys. Thanks, guys. Have a fantastic week ahead. Please continue posting your results, and let's kick ass. Okay, cheers.